Hi, this is in continuation with our last video where we're discussing about spotting errors. We have discussed first four questions. Now coming to the next one. He asked me if I am ill and I answered that I was not. This is a thing of reporting verb and reported speech, okay? So the thumb rule there is that the both have to be in same uh, parts. Like reporting verb is in present, so it has to be reported speech in present, and the other way round. Here if you see, he asked me if I'm ill and I answered that I was not. When I'm answering I was not, he might have asked that he asked me if I was ill. So both reporting verb and reported speech have to be in same tense. So here our error is if I was ill. Okay. Coming to the next few questions. This type of product is not available in any of the shop in the market around plaza. Now this is a usage of word where you see generally I'll say he is my best friend. Okay, he is one of my best friends. Okay, when you use that you have many best friends, so he is one of my many best friends. Otherwise something like here if you see any of the shops, generally you are talking about many shops and then you point out one of that group, so that group has to be in plural. So here this type of product is not available in any of the shops. Okay, you're talking about many shops and then it has to be any of the shops. Now, hardly had I reached the airport where I learned about the powerful bank explosion. Again, thumb rule. Hardly when. With hardly, you use when. So you don't have to do anything else. It is hardly had I reached the airport when I learned about the powerful bomb explosion. Coming to the next question. As a practice, the last batch of the tins undergoes through checkup. Now, if you see, this doesn't seem much of tense here thing. This is a simple plain sentence, but you know that here we have to check for errors. We have to check every grammar thing like tenses, like passive voice, like prepositions, like conjunctions, like parallelism. We'll be discussing about parallelism also. Like other thing is reporting verb and reported speech, which we discussed. Along with it, you have to check for the correct usage of words. Okay, so sometimes the examiner can play a little trick that instead of any other thing he'll just use a wrong word there, and that is all. The wrong word would be very similar that you won't even see, and you might even tick no error. Here you see that everything seems to be all right, preposition is all right, tense is all right, and you will see click on no error, which is a little dangerous. So if you see, as a practice, the last batch of the tins undergoes thorough checkup. It's through, you know something through. You pass through the bin, you pass through the tunnel, something like that. This is what it means. But thorough checkup, thorough is inside out, complete checkup. So the word has to be thorough here rather than through, and our answer would be D instead of E. Okay, coming to next questions. One of my brother told me about See, this is something which is very, very fresh. You know, when I say one of my brother, it has to click you that it has to be one of my brothers. When I said earlier that, you know, one of my best friends, something like this. So it has to be one of my brothers told me about the sad demise of your uncle. So here answer would be A. He is not only sincere towards his responsibilities but also very competent to handle the job. Now, sincere towards his responsibilities, very competent to handle the job. When I was talking about parallelism, I used a word parallelism in the last sentence. Here something like parallelism, you see, sincere towards his responsibilities but also very competent to handle the job. Now I'm not talking that this is the error here, we'll discuss about error a little later, but before that I should tell parallelism that sincere towards his responsibility, had it been that he but also very um but was also very competent, or handling the job competently, something like this, where you are using a different form. That first sentence, these are two parts. Okay, sincere towards his responsibilities but also very competent, two parts. You use different tense, like first part you are using simple present, second part you are using maybe present continuous. So this is parallelism, it has to be parallel. One is in simple past, second has to be in simple past. One part, if it is in simple present, it has second part has to be in simple present. So here you don't see that error. Sincere towards his responsibilities and very competent to handle the job. Okay, simple present is being used. Now, looking at the question, we have to find the error. He is not only present, ठीक है, sincere towards his responsibilities, preposition is right, but also very competent to handle, preposition is right. See, sometimes it happens that you don't see any error and you put the mark error, no error, option E. And sometimes the other way round, you keep on struggling, you are trying to find out some error. Oh, but there is no error here. So the answer would be E. So I will not say that this is very easy thing, you can find it out like anything. You know, apart in an exam, apart from your knowledge, your pressure handling is very important. Sometimes you know the thing, but the pressure of the exam, getting the marks, getting through the paper, getting selected is so very important that sometimes you can't handle that pressure. So I'll say that practice hard, keep your calm, and crack the exam. Thank you so much.